It's definitely like really hot day today. But I have another Empties. Hi guys, it's Magali, and if it's your first time on my channel, then welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I make regular videos on beauty, fashion and lifestyle, and today I have yet another Empties video for you guys, where I just collect all of the products that I've fully finished up and just give you guys like mini reviews and let you know whether I would repurchase them. And I've had a lot of really fantastic products. I've had a couple of not so great products, and then a lot of products are just like they were fine, they were okay, I didn't mind them, but they also didn't wow me. So we're gonna go over everything in here today, and today's actually my 10th Empties video on this channel, so it's very exciting to hit like a little double-digit milestone. I'm gonna link to the playlist over there if you would like to go through the previous videos or whatever. I believe this is also like the soonest I've ever done a new Empties video, because it's not even been 2 months since my previous one. But you know, I gathered up quite a few products and I saw the state of my Empties bin that was pretty full, so I said I might as well just film a new one. Every product that I mention in this video is going to be linked and listed in the description bar below this. There are also going to be timestamps because I go category wise. I start with hair care, then skincare, makeup, body care, and then miscellaneous. So if you guys would like to jump to any of the particular categories, also there'll be precise numbers where you know you can do so. And I also mention dupes and related products sometimes in the video, so those also will be listed below. And now that you guys have been given this basic briefing, let us move to the actual Empties. We are going to start with the first category, which is hair products. And my previous Empties had so many hair products, particularly a lot of shampoos and conditioners and stuff, so I don't really have any of those now. I just have 3 products. We're going to start with this Palmer's Coconut Oil Deep Conditioning Protein Pack, and all 3 of the products from the hair section in this Empties is sort of natural hair friendly and wavy and curly hair friendly, because I have been on a natural hair journey for a little while now. And if you guys see my hair today also, this is something that I achieved without any heat or anything, because I used to be so dependent on like curling or straightening my hair before I sit down for a video. But this is just my natural texture with a few styling products and techniques. So I have been following a lot of different wavy and curly blogs, and I know that having natural hair like this, especially if you have texture, if your hair is not straight, you require a lot of moisture. But I've also been reading up on the importance of protein along with moisture. So you know, if you have a lot of moisture but you don't have protein, it's imbalanced. So hair needs both of those things to be healthy, and that's what made me go and buy this product. So this one sachet, it's around 200 rupees, but this will last you quite a few times. Even if you use it really liberally, depending on the length of your hair, you can use it 2 to 4 times, I think. And they say to leave this on for 10 to 20 minutes before rinsing. So I do that in the shower only. It's just that I will put this on my hair and then I'll exfoliate my body, or I'll shave, or I'll do something that takes time because I want it to sit on my hair. You just use it how you would use a conditioner, and because it's mostly protein, your hair is not going to feel like super silky after, but it does make your hair stronger. It does make your hair healthier in the sense that you will have less breakage. And one thing that I did notice also is after using this, I had less frizz, and there were just like less flyaway hair immediately after. So I could really tell that this has made a difference. So I think this is like how you go to a salon and get a keratin treatment done, and it sort of like smooths your hair in a healthy way without making it look artificially straight or anything like that. This is like getting a keratin protein treatment at home. I think this is great for anybody with dry or chemically damaged hair, whether your hair is straight, wavy or curly. I would definitely recommend it. I've already repurchased this product and I do have 3 more sachets of it. So I aim to use this maybe about twice a month or so. You don't have to use it all of the time, and I actually clip it in between because I wish it had come in a small bottle or something. The sachet is a little irritating, but with a bag clip you can make do. I'm just really happy since I found this product. I felt like it made a very visible difference in the quality and health of my hair from even one use. So next I have a couple of hair care cum styling products from Arata Zero Chemicals. These kind of go together, although they can be used individually. And this is their old packaging, by the way, so they still have these products available, but the packaging has changed since then. So first I'm going to talk about the hair cream. So this is basically an after wash cream for styling your hair. It is something very much unisex, and it is also something that can be used by people with all different kinds of hair textures. It is very creamy but at the same time light, and it does have organic flaxseed and olive extract. One thing that slightly put me off this product when I first tried it is that it does have a not so pleasant smell. But when I was applying this on my hair, I could definitely smell the product, and it was just not my favorite thing to smell. However, once I actually applied it and comb my hair and all, I wouldn't really smell it afterwards, and I do think this really helped my hair. I used this in tandem with their gel, and together both of them were really amazing on my wavy hair, particularly when I was starting my heat-free journey. If you've been thinking of buying the hair cream, I definitely recommend it, because other than the not so great fragrance or other the natural smell of the product, it didn't really have any downsides. I am not repurchasing it right now just because I do have other hairstylers and cream stylers that I want to finish off. And the thing with Arata is, since these are more natural products, they do have a shorter shelf life than a lot of commercial stuff that you can buy in your local supermarket. So when I do finish off some of the products that I have, I do believe I'll come back to this one. Moving on to their hair gel. This has organic flaxseed extract. It's kind of weird to say this is the best hair gel because I haven't really tried any other hair gels for my hair, but I really love this. This has become one of my holy grail products for styling my hair, and I actually styled it last night with this gel. I put my hair up in a pineapple, and when I opened the pineapple up the next day, I just love the way my hair looks. It still has a lot of waves, it has some nice hold, but it's still really soft because the gel cast kind of breaks overnight. And I think this gel is absolutely amazing. This is something that I am going to keep on buying for the near future. The cream and gel were initially sent to me as PR from the brand, but since then I have repurchased this gel twice. Why did I buy two? Don't ask me. I should not have bought two at a time. One would have been fine, but I know that this is something that I'm going to be using really regularly. I definitely recommend the gel. Now we move on to the second category, which is skincare. As usual, I do have the most skincare products among all the empties, and I'm getting a sense of deja vu, which makes me think I've said that before. There are some smaller size minis also that I finished and I have thoughts on. First, I have this face wash from Himalaya. It's the Purifying Neem face wash. This is something that I have used on and off since my college days. It's really affordable and it's good for acne prone oily skin. I especially go towards this in the summer, and I hadn't used it in a while till I picked up this tube, and then I remembered how much I love it. It's affordable and it works really well, and my skin loves it when it's hot out and it's super oily. It's gentle but cleansing and it does the job. I would recommend it, and I would repurchase it after I finish off a few face washes that I have, so not right away. This is a summer favorite of mine. I think I will perennially repurchase it at least sometime because it's just really good. It's available in so many different sizes also, so next time I think I'll get the pump bottle. I don't know if that'll really make a big difference, but the next few things are actually samples from Etude House's Wonder Pore range, but these are, I think, what you would call deluxe samples. I got a little sample kit when I bought some products, and they were all pretty large, so I have 3 things here. I think there was already one thing in the last empties, and it's supposed to be like the mini routine. So you get the face wash, you get the toner, and you get the emulsion, and it's meant to be like 4 or 5 steps, like Korean skincare style. So I tried doing all of the steps in order, and I felt like it was just too much for my skin. I think we are all over having that 5-step skincare, 7-step skincare, or at least I am. And I like to keep it much simpler than that. First is the Wonderpore Deep Foaming Cleanser, and this is actually a really nice novel formula in a face wash because it's cleansing but it's also creamy. I tend to not like creamy face washes because I just find that if they're creamy I don't feel clean after, but this one is creamy and still left my skin happy but also clean. Has a light texture to it. I wouldn't say like exfoliating beads, but it kind of feels like a little powdery inside. I don't know how to describe it. It's a really nice cleanser. I actually use this for quite a few days because you need really little each time, and so if you end up buying the full size of this also, I believe this will last quite a while. It was enjoyable to use. Next up is the Wonderpore Freshener, which is basically toner because that's where and how you'll use it in your routine. This was a nice fresh toner, so like freshener was a nice word for it. I actually just enjoyed this one also. And finally there is the Wonderpore Clearing Emulsion. So this is something that you sort of layer with a moisturizer, but I felt this itself was like pretty heavy on its own, and you're supposed to use it after the essence. I just ended up using this as a moisturizer on its own. It did enough for me. The Etude House Wonderpore range was not bad, but I didn't also get so impressed by it. I don't think I would repurchase any of these products. I might consider the face wash, like maybe. These were just fine. From the Body Shop, I have the Tea Tree Anti-Imperfection Daily Solution, and it's like a light serum for blemish skin. You use it every day. It's antibacterial. It should stop you from getting acne, particularly if like your acne is caused by external factors. It's very light. You do get that tea tree fragrance quite strongly, and it hits you. It's a nice clean fragrance. Otherwise just feels like water on the skin, which is good, you know, because you can use it even on oily skin and it's not going to add like extra weight to your skin when you don't want it. And then you move on with your moisturizer. I did enjoy the texture of it. However, I didn't feel like this helped my acne so much. I think that when I do get acne, it's mostly hormonal and it's caused by internal factors rather than external factors. So I didn't really see any big change in my skin while using this one. I wouldn't repurchase it based on that. It didn't do anything special for me, but you know, other people might have different experiences with it. Another little sample I have of the Klairs Midnight Blue Calming Cream. I think this is the last of my samples. I have also previously owned the smaller size bottle, and I currently own the double size tube. This is one of my favorite skincare products of all time. I like using this on acne as a spot treatment, or I'll just use it on like my whole cheek area and all if my skin is looking irritated. This product works magic on skin that's irritated for any reason. So if you have sunburn reaction to any product that has caused breakouts, or if you're having hormonal acne due to that time of the month, this thing soothes your skin like no other. Particularly if the acne or pimples are raw and painful to touch, this thing will take away the inflammation. It will take away the pain overnight, and then it will help your pimple go down also faster. I just will never stop raving about this product, and I'll never stop using it. This is something that I will always have with me, and yes, I do have more of it. From Etude House, I have another one of the green tea nose packs, because when I bought this, I bought like a set of 5 or 6, so I think I might still have some of these. I have talked about how I will not be buying any nose packs in the future, because while they are satisfying, they actually end up damaging the surface of your nose, and having kind of larger pores on your nose, or just having a little bit of texture, or having additional oiliness, that's completely normal. Your nose skin is not going to behave like the skin on the rest of your face. You shouldn't try to keep on cleansing it with nose packs, because you'll end up aggravating it more. However, I do like that this pack is gentle, so I used it rather than just throwing it out. It does clear the nose, but it's not very painful when you take it out, so that's a good sign, because if you pull out the nose pack and you can feel a lot of tugging and pulling, that's when you know it's really damaging the skin and the little baby hair on your nose. This was not bad, but I don't recommend it and I won't repurchase it because we don't need these nose packs in our life, really. I'm just finishing it off because I'm like pathologically against wasting products for some reason. From The Ordinary, I have their azelaic acid suspension 10%, which is supposed to be a multifunctioning brightening formula. I've had mixed experiences with The Ordinary products in the past. Their niacinamide solution, which I was so convinced that it'll be good for my skin, but it did really nothing for me. I did not really see any kind of change. However, this azelaic acid is one of my favorite things from The Ordinary, and this is the second tube I fully used up. I believe I used up the first tube early in the year, and I'm sure this was in my January favorites. This thing really makes a visible difference on my skin, and you're not going to see the change from the first time or second time you use it. So I would say keep using it for maybe a week, and my skin does clear up more when I'm using this, and just the texture of it is better. This isn't the most elegant formulation though, because it's very silicone based and the silicone does pill on the skin, so I only put this on at night time and it doesn't create any problems. The thing about The Ordinary is their products are so affordable. If you live in a country that natively has The Ordinary, so like US and UK, I would recommend this in a heartbeat because it's cheap and it's good. But in India, if you have to buy their products, you have to buy from a third-party reseller, and it ends up adding a lot to the cost of the product. I don't really recommend going through that route because you're spending so much more money. The products aren't really like, you know, that worthwhile anymore when you're paying that much for it. Paula's Choice does have an azelaic acid product. I'm going to leave a link to it below. The formulation of it is much better, and it has an add-on of a little bit of salicylic acid also, which is really beneficial, and a little bit of that salicylic acid is going to help all skin types. I do recommend azelaic acid as an ingredient, and I do recommend this Ordinary azelaic acid suspension if you can get your hands on it easily and cheaply. I don't recommend paying the expensive markup and going through a lot of trouble to get it. I do hope like Sephora or even Nykaa brings The Ordinary to India. Until then, I'd rather recommend the Paula's Choice one. Oh, and I almost forgot about this, you guys, but whenever you have tubes of products like this that are like this plasticky thing on the top and you feel like you've squeezed out everything from the product, I would definitely recommend cutting the tube, because I think I started doing that just a few months ago and I was shocked at how much product can still be inside even if it feels really light and you feel like you've emptied it. You'll get a minimum of one like good use, if not more. So this is something that I definitely do for all tubes of this kind, particularly when I like the product, particularly when it's expensive. You know, it's hard-earned money that you've spent and you shouldn't waste. I am gonna go and cut this and put it on my face tonight, and I do this cutting for all tubes now. And if you guys have not been cutting your tubes, you are really missing out. So please like grab a sharp scissor and cut it. Go and leave a comment and let me know what you find inside your tubes, you guys, because you'll find a lot of product there even when you think you've finished it. So we're finishing up the skincare section with this. It's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is the largest size in berry flavor, and this is still pretty much my holy grail lip balm that I really enjoy putting at night time, and it keeps my skin so like well moisturized and I don't have to worry about lip balm during the day, even in the winter months. This big dabba lasted me so long. I was using it religiously every night, and I think it lasted me like 6 months or more. I don't know, because you don't need that much, you know. This is really one of the best lip care products out there, even if it seems expensive at first. You can always go for a small size the first time. I don't think there's any better night lip balm out there, or any lip balm out there, you know. This will really take care of your lips, and you know, considering how long it lasts, it's also worth the money. So right now they have released a few new variants of it in different like fragrances, so I have been really curious to try those, but I have another berry one, so that will have to wait. Right now I've been using up a couple of other pot lip balms I have at night time. I want to finish those also before I go on to my next Laneige lip sleeping mask, but no other brand product is really matching up to this. I definitely recommend this one. It's a forever repurchase for me. Now we're moving on to the third section, which is makeup, and I have 4 products today, which is the most I've had in an Empties in a while. I'm actually wearing a few of these makeup Empties on my face today. The first thing that I have is from Maybelline. It's the Barbie Big Eyes Fibre Mascara. This is something I used to pick up when I went abroad to Thailand, but then they had brought the limited edition Gigi Hadid mascara to India, which was basically the same product in the limited edition Gigi Hadid packaging. I really like this mascara, and I believe this is the 3rd tube I finished up of it. It is like a 3-step process. So you apply the mascara on one side, then while it's still wet, you open the other side and you have these fibers which you gently apply to your wet lashes. You need to be careful. In the beginning, I used to get this in my eyes and it definitely irritates. If you have sensitive eyes, if you have lenses, you need to be a little bit more gentle. But now I was able to use it without causing any issues to my eyes. After that, you go and you coat it with another layer of mascara. It really does make a difference in lashes. I get really good separation. It thickens my lashes. Like, volume is my biggest issue, and yet it's fairly easy to remove at the end of the day, which is something that's important to me. I hate using waterproof mascaras because they are tricky to remove, and I loved using this one. I used it up today for the last time on my lashes. It's definitely going dry, but it still gave me a fairly impressive result. However, it's time to let go of this. And I do have a mascara from the Body Shop. I will leave the exact name below, but they also have a fiber mascara, and I think it's like the same thing. I'm pretty sure all fiber mascaras are the same thing. You follow the same 3 steps and you get a very similar result. So I'm not gonna miss this so much because I have that one, but I really enjoyed using this. I would recommend fiber mascaras in general, especially if you're looking for volume. It'll take you like 2 more minutes than just straight up applying a mascara, but the result is usually worth it. Next up, I have a brow product from Etude House. It's their Color My Brows Brow Mascara in the shade 01 Rich Brown. This is also what I'm wearing on my brows right now. So I believe I have a couple more uses out of this, which is definitely getting dry, and I will have to get rid of it very, very soon. When you first get the product, it's a lot darker, and I started using this for the first time last year, and that time I was into darker brows, but now I'm into sort of lighter, more subtle brows, but I really like the feathery effect. This has worked even better as it got drier, and as it started like finishing off, it was better than when it was fresh. I've thought that I'll have to throw it out for maybe 2 months now, but every time I keep on using it, and it gives me a very subtle effect, but it still definitely does enhance my brows and it helps them stay in place. And it also is not waterproof, but it's definitely sweat proof. I have sweated with this on. I have melted off most of my other makeup sometime, but my brows stay on, and yet if I take a cleanser to it, it doesn't give me trouble and it comes off easily. This is definitely one of my favorite products, and I'm really surprised at how long this has lasted. I'm gonna have to throw this out soon. When it finishes off, I'm not repurchasing it immediately because I want to finish off some other products that I have. But if I didn't have other products, I would repurchase this because it's pretty amazing. So when I buy a new tube the next time, I'm actually gonna make sure to like sort of wipe the excess off before applying it, especially when it's new, because otherwise the brush brings out too much. Brush is kind of too big for brows. They should have made it a little smaller. That would have afforded more control. But overall, this is just a really nice product. There aren't that many brow mascaras out there, and the price of this is also not bad. I'm also wearing today's lip product on my face. This is one of my favorites that I used to rave about so much back in the day. I haven't talked about it in a while, I think. This is a Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Frick and Frack. I reached for it after a long time, and I definitely found that the applicator was a lot drier than it used to be. So I did get a decent application today, but I'm going to throw it out because I already have a backup of this one, so I'm not sad about it. I also have the lip liner of this one. I didn't put it on today, but I have it. So if you're very light skinned, this kind of looks like a vampy lip. On me, it kind of looks like a neutral or nude lip. and it even suits skin tones a lot darker than mine, so it's really a gorgeous shade. Ultra Satin has a little bit of shine and gloss. It doesn't dry down fully matte, but it's not glossy either. It's just a perfect formula. This has served me very well, and so it's time to say goodbye to it. I've already repurchased another one, so I do recommend this. It's kind of hard to get a hold of Colourpop in India, so that's the only downside, because otherwise they're like an amazing brand. They're so perfect. But the pandemic has also made international shipping take longer, become a little bit more complicated. And the very last makeup product I have, it's actually a nail polish. This is the Maybelline Superstay nail polish. The front label peeled off, and this was just actually the transparent top coat. I am still so mad about this because Maybelline discontinued this line of nail polishes. It was their slightly more premium one. The nail polishes used to be around 350, 400, but it's still a lot cheaper than other brands like Sally Hansen's premium ones, and OPI of course is much more expensive. I'm wearing an OPI right now. The brush on this is absolutely amazing because it's really wide, and then it has this conical shape that would sit on the nail so well, and that's why I'm kind of thinking of cleaning out this bottle and keeping the brush. This is better than even much more high-end nail polish brushes. I used up quite a few bottles from this range, and I still have a last base coat remaining. But I'm still so mad that Maybelline decided to discontinue this range because it was really and truly amazing. I recommended it all the time, and other than the base and top coat, I had a favorite from this range. Do you guys remember Rose Pudra? I used to wear it all the time. It was kind of similar to this color only. It was so pretty. So now we are on to the body category, and I have a few nice things here. I have a body wash, some body moisturizers, hair removal products, and a little something else also. So the first thing is this body wash. It's from Fruttini, and it's the cherry vanilla shower gel. I really enjoyed using this. I don't think Fruttini is still in India anymore. This was a foreign brand, I think it was German. It used to be available in India, and the best thing about this is how cool the packaging was, because I remember foreign Lux body washes having this kind of packaging back in the 90s, and this hook is actually meant to hang on your shower head. So it's just really fun, and you know, you could also hang it upside down like this, and you didn't have to open this. When you wanted the body wash, you could just squeeze it and then it would come out. But even if you keep it upside down like this, it wouldn't leak. The fragrance of this cherry one was just really fun and nice. It was gel based wash. Really loved using this because of the packaging more than anything. I believe if we just strip it down to the body wash, it was good but not great, and it was expensive for sure. I think if they were still there, I might have repurchased their products, particularly if they were ever on sale or something. I would have liked to try out some more fragrances and some more variants. From Mantra, I have the Kokum Butter and Pistachio Winter Care Lotion. So Mantra is kind of a luxury Indian Ayurveda brand by Baidyanath Foundation. From all of the products I have tried, I've had like a 50-50 experience, wherein some are really nice. I really like their rose water. It's really good. It's similar to the Kama Ayurveda one but cheaper, and I recommend that. But this is one of the products that didn't really wow me that much. It was just fine, and I don't think this was worth the price. It moisturized enough, but it didn't do a really stellar job, and so I wouldn't recommend or repurchase this. From Sapphire Botanics, I have the Plum Body Butter. This was a much thicker body butter. It has mango butter, kokum butter, argan, jojoba, rosehip, babji, pomegranate seed, tamanu, lang lang, tea tree, lavender, and vitamin E. The range is on the expensive side, but I like that they make these small sizes that you can try out before you commit to buying a larger one. This body butter was a little bit more oily than I would have liked, because I like that the Body Shop ones are both creamy as well as oily. So the creamy part hydrates your skin, and then the oily part kind of locks in the moisture, which is what you need in colder weather, especially if you have drier skin. This one lacked the creaminess. It was just like more of a solid balm that when you melt it, it was just a little on the oily side. Good but not great. I do think Sapphire has some really amazing products. Again, I would recommend their strip cleansing balm. I'm head over heels in love with that product. This one I wouldn't really repurchase it personally. On to hair removal, I have one of these Schick disposable razor for sensitive skin. This was gifted to me from like the US. My aunt brought it down. It definitely was an improvement over regular disposable razors, but then a disposable razor will not match up to the experience of using a reusable, like a better razor where you buy the changeable cartridges. I've gone through a lot of these during monsoon because I've been shaving my legs and all, and during monsoon time the blades would start rusting a lot faster being in the bathroom. I don't think I can blame the razor, that's just our weather. If I wanted to prevent it, I need to take the razor out of the bathroom each time, which I would rarely do, so the humidity would get to it. This is good, but overall I would not recommend purchasing disposables. I am again finishing off what I have, but I would definitely recommend, if you are shaving, get a reusable razor where you just have to change the cartridges, because it's kinder to the environment and it's going to give you a way better shaving experience. From Wheat, I have this in-shower hair removal cream. This product is different from the regular Wheat hair removal cream. This one was more expensive as well. Among all of the hair removal creams that I've tried in my life, this was one of the best experiences ever, and it is one of those cases where the price is justified by amazing quality. This was something that was part of my best of 2019 also. When I did my end of the year favorites, I did feature this product. But I particularly enjoyed using this on my bikini region because I do prefer to remove bikini region hair. It's a sort of a personal thing, I guess, and not many of us talk about it, but I think I just feel a lot cleaner when the hair is removed. It makes for a more comfortable period also, in my opinion, but I know a lot of people don't remove it also, and that's fine. It's a comfort thing for me. So I have tried bikini waxing, which is nice, but ends up becoming really expensive, and then I had settled on this. However, one major downside of this product for me is that I have really sensitive skin and I do also have eczema. Most people probably won't face the same struggles that I do, but I can follow all of the instructions on this pack and I can use it 10 times the same way. Just one time my skin will react to it out of the 10, and it's not really about the product, it is about my skin and my body. That just happened to me once, and then I was kind of scared to use it again, because although it was a really nice experience, I don't want to risk getting like a major skin irritation or reaction. So I'm actually getting rid of this tube that I have, even though there is a little bit still remaining, and it breaks my heart, but I don't want to take that risk for my skin. I am definitely in a small minority here. If you guys don't have so sensitive body skin, if you don't have any skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis, I think you will love this one. It's amazing, and yeah, I'm just getting rid of it because for me, I don't think I should be using cream based hair removals. I avoid waxing also most of the time, so I think I'm gonna stick with shaving. It is one of the easiest hair removal methods. It's quick, it's pain free, and for me it is the method that is least likely to irritate my skin, so that's what I'm going to stick with for now. So the final product that I have for the body category is something a little bit different. It's called salactin paint, and this is a strong chemical exfoliator. You will need to go to a medical store or chemist to get this, but you won't need a doctor's prescription. However, if you choose to use this, I would still recommend consulting with a doctor. I'm going to tell you how I use it, but this is not medical advice, so please do your own research and consult a medical professional before using it. The name suggests the ingredients. It's called salactin because it has both salicylic acid and lactic acid. Salicylic acid being a BHA, lactic acid being an AHA, and there are really strong percentages, okay? 16.7% volume of each in this. We can put both lactic acid and salicylic acid on our face also, but most of the time you would keep that to like a 1% or something. This is not something that you would put on your face. This is something that's recommended for warts. I particularly like using this on my feet, especially under my feet. If you have those build-up of thick skin similar to corn and it's not painful, so you can even take a foot file and try filing it, but if it's really thick, it doesn't go away really easily. So that's where a product like this comes in. It's dry now, by the way, but you just kind of brush it on those affected areas, only where the skin is really thick. Don't put this on your normal skin. After you start putting it over like a few days, it is a chemical exfoliant, so it will start like gently burning off your skin. It does not pain at all. You will feel your skin peeling very slowly, and this is like the only product that can penetrate through that annoying thick skin under the feet and can help you get your skin soft again. I bought one of these bottles after a really long time. I just got rid of like this sort of corn I had under my foot. Why am I talking about these weird things? But I feel like these are the real issues, right, that we don't talk about. Like, we talk about face makeup, but we don't talk about bikini hair removal and corns as much. I think this is a really nice product, and not many people know that something like salactin exists. And then after I've used the salactin for a few days and the skin starts peeling, I'll use a foot file, and these two things together will make the soles of my feet softer than any pedicure ever has. That way I do recommend this product, and I only featured it here because I think it's something that's not well known. This is something that I will turn to maybe like once every year or something. Because it really does work amazingly well. However, when you open a bottle, it starts going dry pretty fast, so you need to use it once a day, use it and finish it off. You can't really store this thing for more than a month. It goes dry. And now for the final miscellaneous category, where I just fit anything that hasn't fit into any of the other categories in the rest of the video. So I just have one product for this. This is from Hedonista. This is the pillow mist with clary sage and Roman chamomile. Hedonista was an Indian brand, but I believe they have shut shop. I do have a couple of their pillow mists remaining, so I'm still going to talk about it anyway. I really do like pillow mists, and they make me feel so relaxed. So whenever I do use a pillow mist, I find some amount of difference in the quality of my sleep. This is not something that I use daily, but I will use it 2 or 3 times a week. And I just finished up one of these bottles. I still have another one. This was a really good blend of fragrances, but one problem I have with this is when you spray it on your pillow, you could pretty much smell it for 10 minutes and then the smell would just completely dissipate. It didn't linger at all, and you do want it to linger in this case because you do want to sort of keep smelling it even in your subconscious. So this is a decent product. I don't have to say whether I would repurchase it or not because the brand doesn't exist anymore. My holy grail pillow mist is from L'Occitane. One bottle about this size costs 2000 rupees, so I haven't repurchased it in a while. I am trying out pillow mist from many other brands though. I just recently bought one from Bath & Body Works that I haven't used that much, and I have a few others also that I'm testing. If you guys didn't know pillow mists exist, I would definitely recommend checking them out. And with that, we have come to the end of my empties video. I feel like I need a lozenge because I've talked so much that my throat feels hoarse. If you have had experiences with any of the products I've mentioned, I'd love if you could leave a comment and let me know. It may be positive, negative, or anything else. If you have any other product recommendations for me also to try, do leave a comment and let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.